to $800 off select kitchen appliances from top brands like Frigidaire Gallery at the Home Depot.
Ahead at noon, a rainy start to the work week with colder air and even some snow ahead. Our Oklahoma weather experts break down what you need to know to prepare for each day.
Plus, the new details we're learning about that shocking blowout on an Alaska Airlines plane as the investigation into what caused it continues.
And a major road project underway in Rogers County, how officials say it will benefit drivers.
Live from downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma's own News on 6 starts now.
Well, we begin with the weather on this cold and dreary, rainy Monday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Autumn Bracey.
And I'm Reagan Ledbetter, and it's only going to get colder. Let's get to meteorologist Stephen Aaron's over in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Stephen, the weather's gross today, but several blasts of frigid cold air coming our way.
Yeah, you know, we were just talking about that. That's really about the best way to describe it. Gross. Not very nice to be outside today. Once again, as we always say, it's rain that we need, so we'll certainly take it. But boy, oh boy, if you had to be out in the rain and the wind and the chilly air today, does not feel nice. That tells the story pretty well, doesn't it? Looking from downtown Tulsa, raindrops still in the camera lens. It's been raining all morning across the majority of eastern Oklahoma, west of Tulsa. Now we are starting to see this steady rain taper off. It's going to take a while as this rain's lifting kind of southwest to northeast. But west of Tulsa, Napawnee County, Northern Creek County, Osage County, you've already seen this taper off. You'll still have some lingering showers, but the steady rains will slowly kind of translate east through the afternoon. So even here in Tulsa, we should see the steady rains start to wind down over the next hour or two. Occasionally a lightning strike or two. This has just been cold rain, but just to our north and east, this has been mixing in with some wintry mix or some snow up into southwest Missouri. But again, we're just staying on the cold rain side of things here. Upper 30s around Veneta and Miami. Still 40 here in Tulsa. That's where we've been stuck pretty much all day. Mid 40s in southeastern Oklahoma. Those temperatures will climb a few degrees late in the day once the rain starts to taper off. Boy, those winds at times gusted 40 to 45 miles per hour this morning. They've actually settled into a little bit of a lull right around Tulsa and I-44, but they're going to pick back up through the afternoon to at least 20 to 30 miles per hour. Still some gusts to 40 miles per hour possible. So the wind advisory continues out into northwest Arkansas. Those winds have been even stronger. So late in the day, again, the rain chances start to come down. They don't totally go away, but the steady rains taper off, but highs only rebound to the mid 40s. Temperatures are up and down. We do have some colder air looming. A quick warm up ahead of that. And yes, there are some snow chances for some of us in that 7A. We'll break down all of that in a busy weather week coming up.
Thank you, Stephen. More than 100 Boeing 737 MAX 9 jets are grounded across the country today after an incident on an Alaska Airlines flight when a plug door blew off as the plane was taking off from Portland, Oregon last Friday.
Pilots also reported pressurization warnings 3 times in the last month. As Chris Van Cleve reports, it's not the first snag for this plane.
Our first look at the crippled Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9. Investigators say damage like this mangled seat has been found in nearly every row. Nicholas Hoke was on the flight Friday night.
A loud boom or almost like a mini explosion happens abruptly.
It was a 63-pound piece of the plane known as a plug door blowing out at 16,000 feet, leaving a gaping hole, forcing the 171 passengers and 6 crew to don oxygen masks.
Alaska, we're declaring emergency. We're descending down to 10,000, and we need to return back to Portland.
Saturday, the FAA grounded all 737 MAX 9s in the U.S., 171 of them for further inspections. Boeing says it fully supports that decision, and safety is our top priority. In March 2019, the MAX was grounded for 619 days after 2 deadly crashes linked to a design flaw in the plane's flight control systems killed 346. The plane is still here at the Portland airport. It's been pulled over by a hangar where investigators have been working. You can see where that plug door is missing. The door was found late Sunday night. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy. What happens if it had been at cruise altitude?
At cruise altitude, we could have lost the aircraft. At that point, the pressure differential is so great that the explosion would have been extremely violent, extremely.
The plane is just weeks old. The NTSB says when that piece blew out, it did so with so much force, it ripped open the locked fortified cockpit door 26 rows away. Boeing is planning a safety summit on Tuesday stemming from this incident. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Portland.
Spirit Aerosystems manufactures the 737 fuselage for Boeing, including the section affected in this blowout. In a statement, the company says in part, "We are grateful the Alaska Airlines crew performed the appropriate procedures to land the airplane with all passengers and crew safe." At Spirit Aerosystems, our primary focus is the quality and product integrity of the aircraft structures we deliver. Now, Spirit says it will provide more information when regulators give them approval to do so.
Tulsa police are looking for two people who they say robbed a man at gunpoint. Officers say the victim was meeting a friend near 56th Street North in Peoria just before midnight when police say a man pulled a gun on him and took his Dodge Charger and cell phone. Investigators say they found the victim's car a few blocks from where it was taken. Rogers County is working on a major road project that crosses Oologah Lake.
News on 6's Jonathan Polasic has the details on what's being done.
This big project on East 300 Road is trying to make sure any potential flooding doesn't damage the road or destroy it entirely. Drivers who take the Winganon Causeway can expect some delays with only one lane open on the west side. This is because work is being done on the slopes of the ground on either side of the road leading up to the road itself. County Commissioner Steve Hendricks says this part of the work is necessary to keep the road stable.
So they're able to actually get down in equipment down into the lake area and they have to build a toe slope that will hold that riprap as they start to build that wall back up to the road, and that's for erosion.
Hendricks expects the project to finish sometime in the spring of next year. Jonathan Polasic, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.